here I am at the O2 in Birmingham with Breed 77. And how are you? This is Paul.
Hello.
And how are you doing? Are you doing clear?
We all know each other. We go way, way back.
We're friendly. Anyway, supporting. What's it been like so far?
Well, 2 shows in, so early days, but so far it's been a great experience. We are getting the necessary heat we need off the audience in this crazy cold time. But it's been a great start. Like last night in Manchester was insane. It was a great night for all the bands. So it bodes well, you know, for the upcoming 2.5 weeks of hell on ice.
Hell on ice.
Touring the UK and Europe.
It could be a bit hell on ice from the forecast. And how's it been for you, Danny?
Yeah, good. The same. Like so Paul was saying, like this is the third gig of the tour. And yeah, the experience has been good. You know, we've done many tours before, so it's like kind of cool. The guys of the other bands are cool. Everybody's getting along well. You know, decent. It's good. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Couldn't complain.
So a bit of background. How did Breed 77 get together then?
We're gonna do this. Oh my god!
Well, that's a long one, but
it's like we tend to have the internet for these things nowadays. You know, like Google it, Wikipedia it. You know, like this. Let's talk about music.
Right, we'll talk about music and the new album coming out.
Yep. Well, we've got a new album coming out on the 25th of February. It's called The Evil Inside. It is our 5th album. It's another departure from what we were doing on our previous album, and you know, like it's still continuing like the progression that we like to have. It's a dark affair. It's pretty twisted and depressive, which I think is very current nowadays. I think everybody can relate to. And yeah, I think it's a bit rockier than our last album. And we're super excited about, you know, like especially tonight and in the upcoming months in playing all the new tracks to the people out there.
And what's your favourite track off the new album?
well, at the minute I like it all. It's the new baby. You know, when you have a new baby, it's all excited and all that. We have a single out at the minute, and it's free download. You can get it from our official sites, and it's Drown, which is the song we're playing on this live gigs we're doing now, and it's got a B-side which is not going to be available on the album. It's Cabo Valley's Cooper song, so we've got like a bit of a surprise, and it's free as well, so anybody that wants to download it, go to our official websites and have the songs, and then you can get an idea from Drown of what the sound and what the direction is going to be in the new album.
Or do you?
Not really well, but at least an idea of the rockier side, you know, sound-wise. I mean, it's very diverse. This new album, we've got loads of people will be surprised. You know, you've gone back to a bit more of the early albums kind of spirit and vibe we had, having a couple of ballads, you know, slower numbers and the rockier numbers. So it's quite versatile. I'm quite excited to get it out. You know, like.
And you've mentioned that you cover Alice Cooper. So what is your sort of musical influences? What is your feel for the music?
Wow, very, very, very vast. Like with us, the whole thing has always been not to limit yourself by genre or by fashion or any of the above. We've always been into classic kind of 60s and 70s rock, from Purple to Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, that kind of stuff. We're very big into our flamenco music. We like loads of modern stuff going out. Big fans of the Seattle scene when that came out. Johnny Cash, Chopin, Bob Marley. I don't know. It's like anything and everything. Like you try not to limit yourself. Like that's what that's the media's job. You know, to put everything in boxes and segregate it. And like I think as artists, you just remain open, and if you have an open mind, you can enjoy all kinds of music.
Yes, definitely. And how about you?
Yeah, well, it's similar. Well, he was explaining more or less the taste of the band. You know, all of us have different. I like the same stuff. You know, I really like some 80s stuff, guitar-wise. You know, King Diamond, love it. You know, Maiden, kind of a more classic metal feel. But I'm a guitarist, so like sometimes I'm not just looking for songs. I'm looking for notes and you know, like scales, and it depends on what you're looking for in music. But I'm very diverse. The same look. I like flamenco to classical music to good old metal, and I like anything that sounds good.
Brilliant.
Do you guys get annoyed when the media actually pigeonholes you?
Everything that the media does is a necessary evil. Yeah, like you don't like to be judged or described or like, you know, limited down to like maybe like 150 words on a page, but that's all you're gonna get because that's the dynamic of how the press works. So there's loads of necessary tags and labels that the media use to try and convey in print what people are unable to experience in the flesh. I always recommend, you know, like first-hand experience is always the best. At the end of the day, like whatever the media puts out, it gets down to like, you know, one review or one person and a whole load of, you know, like red tape. But nothing can substitute, you know, actually coming down to a gig and experiencing it for yourself, you know, like make up your own mind, but at least, you know, we got your ticket money on the door.
And have you found that there's been, wherever you've played, that there's been a good fan base following you?
Yeah, I mean, like there's people, loads of people are coming to see us in the gigs. For us, this is like just a warm up for our album, really. Like it was a really good idea to do something before Christmas, before February, just unleashing a new album and doing our own headlining tour. So it fits very well for us, you know, and some people can come and experience a bit of what's coming. You know, we're not giving them all the story, we're just playing a couple of new songs, but like it's very exciting to be back. We haven't played this actually this year. The only tours we've done is acoustic and a couple of gigs and festivals and that. So we were itching to do the full electric thing. You know, it's nice. It's nice doing it. Getting the cobwebs out, like getting rusty, you know, getting exercise and just full. Like I say, for March we are going all guns blazing and we'll be doing our own thing.
Brilliant. And from what age did you start getting into music?
I think it was
dancing or playing?
Quite early, actually. From 12, 13, I just liked Maiden. Maiden was my first passion. I think it was the imagery and the music, and since then on, you know, I think it was a Maiden and AC/DC, and that got me into music. And since then on, I've always been a music fan, really. Apart from a musician, I've always tried to. That's part of my life. It's a very important part of my life.
Since I grew ears. Always, I don't know, like the minute I could reach a piano, I played it. The minute someone put a guitar in my hands, I tried to break it. And I don't know, like I've always liked music. I cannot consciously remember a time in my life when I didn't like music. Except now, every time I watch The X Factor. And I'm like, wow,
yeah, that makes
are we part of that?
It's somebody. Well, I've never watched it, but like, if
I walked by a TV when it was on.
That's it, and it made me like quit music actually. the opposite effect, but there you go.
We joke, but the X Factor is serious. It's very, very, very serious.
Yeah, I think, and we've said it to other bands, especially up-and-coming bands that we've interviewed as well, that the X Factor hasn't helped, where a lot of bands see X Factor, you know, record deal, headline, all this stuff behind them, where in reality...
It's nurturing this new culture where music is just one other disposable commodity. Anybody can be famous, just like all you need to do is like stand in line for a few hours, go to an audition, you get all the exposure that you know, like a whole career's worth of exposure in a couple of weeks. You're in today, gone tomorrow. The industry likes it that way. It's, you know, like, you know, quick in and out. And like what's happened now, I think, which is even more serious, is that people have forgotten how important music is. People are growing up now, and they don't know what it's like when you were waiting weeks and weeks for an album to turn up at the store, and you have been saving up, and you queue up. You've got that, you know, like especially when it was vinyl and stuff like that, and it meant something to you. And people think sometimes you can get lost in the trappings of modern life and forget a bit about music, but when you remember back to 1982, 1993, 2000, there's a soundtrack to that, and that's an integral part of your life. If not, try watching a movie with a soundtrack off. There is something that's being lost in modern culture now. Kids just want like video games and apps and crap for their cell phones and they just they're missing out this huge part of their life. And I don't know, like we're probably going to end up with hundreds of thousands or millions of soulless entities just walking around the planet. The powers that be love it that way, easier to control. Like it's 1984 all over again.
Yeah, that's the big problem they're having now. Like what he was talking at the beginning, like those programs they're doing now. That's food for the powers to be. The big corporates. They're finished, really. Everybody like now downloads music for free. There's no record shops, so they're finished. The only way they can make money,
Coca-Cola, McDonald's record
is finding some poor soul which will do whatever they say, do whatever they covers, and that's those programs. And then when they get fed up of that person, or it's too old, it's like fun for the other victim. And there will always be somebody that will sing a couple of songs, but those people are not musicians. But saying all this, the kind of audience that generates, it's not the rock crowd or people that go to gigs. Those people have never been in a gig in their lives. They don't even know what a gig is. Yeah. They think that a gig is a karaoke with somebody like that's the nearest they've been to a gig. So that kind of audience would actually never go to a proper gig. It's a different thing.
No, but I think one thing is creating the other. These
That's
people,
the only problem.
the reason these people don't go to regular gigs is because that is their music. That is the musical portion of their life.
But still, you get loads of young kids, that, especially in the genre of rock and metal, that they go to gigs and they don't like that.
Stop trying to show some hope. No, man, the world's gonna fucking end. It's over. Stop trying to shine a light on this, man.
Well,
it's inevitable.
It's the end, then.
It's inevitable. 21st of December. It's over, and it's all gonna begin in wherever studios they shoot any of these reality shows.
Zombie apocalypse, bring it on.
So, you said about new album coming out and then promoting it next year. Are you planning on any festivals as well next year?
We would like to play all the festivals everywhere. That depends on our agent and our management. They're the ones going around and finding us those things. Like the more the merrier. We'll try.
Things are lining up very, very well now for next year. We've already got something lined up for March, around release time, and from then we just want to like join up the dots. Like the whole thing is just carry on until if the world hasn't ended, then we'll be on a roll. But festivals are a great part of the year if you're a musician. So really looking forward to next summer. Really looking forward to summer. It's like 2 degrees outside or something. It's like wow.
It's cold. And right, wish list. If
Dear Santa.
If we haven't all died in the zombie apocalypse on the 21st, what would you like to see for Breed 77 in 2013?
In 2013, we'd like to see. I don't know, like. All we ever want is the opportunity to play in front of people. People make up their own minds to try and knock down all the barriers that are between the band and the people. Tastemakers, magazines, and all the rest of them who try and determine who listens to what. Just give us a chance. I bet you won't be disappointed. We'll be out there a lot. Come down and see us. We just want the opportunity to play in front of people so people can hear what we do. You don't like it, you're just deaf, but it's okay, man. You can't account for taste, but give us a chance. That's it's all you ever want is to be able to carry on doing what you do and be able to play to people, because it's a gift, and it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I'm like the same. I think like you just want to like tour next year and like really make the most of the new album. The good thing with us, we've never followed any trend or journeys or anything. We don't give a shit how the print or was the fashionable haircut. We'll be doing our thing, and you're always experimenting and doing, not copying anyone and trying not to be different to others. Be yourself. That's what we're trying to do. And if we have an opportunity to do a good years of gigs, we'll be doing it. And if the world ends, well, we are fucked.
Yeah. And the last thing is, what advice would you give to any up and coming young metal band?
Go to law school.
Don't get it. What I've just said, actually, the last words like do your own thing. Don't look at Karan and because they ever put in this picture of this guy with the hair to the side, blah blah blah. It doesn't mean like you'll always play catch up. You've got to be your own thing. And please, British bands, be British. Don't copy the Americans. I don't understand why they do it, but they keep on doing it. And there you go. Oh yes.
Besides going to law school, is there anything else?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you believe in this, you'll do it. You know, and it won't be a chore. So, you know, like believe in what you do and try and get joy out of it. You know, if all you get is grief, then you're in the wrong industry. You just try and enjoy what you do. That's a huge part of you know, being in this business in every facet. I'm sure, like from what you do to what we do, all right through the chain. You know, it's about enjoying what you do, or else we don't work in factories.
Otherwise, we won't travel in the cold, would we? No. Anyway, Paul,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And
yeah.
you, Danny,
Thank
for spending time with Project
Yeah,
Alpha.
no, thanks for your
Thank
time.
you.
Alpha.